Hello friends, in the last video we have solved example number 7th and 8th from the exercise 5.2. Now we are solving example number 9th. Observe the given condition in this example. It is given to us that two vertices of triangle are given to us. Triangle has how many vertices? Three vertices. So vertex coordinate of vertex A is given, coordinate of vertex B is also given, and the coordinate of centroid of the triangle G is also given. So this it is given to us that G is the centroid of triangle. Means coordinate of vertex A, coordinate of vertex B is given. Coordinate of vertex C is not given. And centroid of the triangle is given to us. Using this condition, question is to find out coordinate of the third vector C of the triangle ABC. Means we have to find out coordinate of third vertex of this triangle ABC. So let us try to find out coordinate of third vertex. Now since the centroid of the triangle is given to us, means definitely we have to use what? Centroid formula of a triangle. And what is that formula? G bar is equal to A bar plus B bar plus C bar upon 3. To apply that formula, we will require position vector of all these points. So let us denote the position vector of all these points by, so here we are denoting position vector of point A by A bar, B by B bar, position vector of point C by C bar, and position vector of centroid G by G bar. Be the position vectors of points A, B, C and G respectively. So therefore A bar will be equals to, from the coordinate of point A we are trying to find out value of A bar. A bar is equal to 3i plus j plus 4k. Okay. Value of B bar will be equals to, so let us try to find out value of B bar from this coordinate. Its value is minus 4i plus 5uj minus 3k. So value of B bar is also known to us, and G bar will be equals to, position vector of centroid G is minus I plus 2j plus k cap. So once the value of this A bar, B bar, C bar are known to us, now we are applying centroid formula. So by centroid formula, what we will get here? What is that centroid formula? G bar is equal to A bar plus B bar plus C bar upon 3, which can be written as 3 will get multiplied on this side. So 3G bar is equal to A bar plus B bar plus C bar. Now our aim is to find out position vector of point C, or coordinate of third vertex C, means we have to find out value of C bar here. So let us substitute the value of G bar, A bar and B bar. So on this side, so keep these 3 as it is, replace G bar by its value. What is the value of G bar here? Minus I cap plus 2j cap plus k cap is equals to, on this side replace A bar by its value, where value of A bar is equal to 3I cap plus j cap plus 4k cap plus B bar. What is the value of B bar here? Minus 4I cap plus 5j cap minus 3k cap, and lastly keep this plus C bar as it is. Let us simplify this expression now. So therefore I am multiplying by 3 to all the terms in this bracket. So what will get? 3 into minus I minus 3I cap, 3 2s are 6, 6j cap, then 3 into k cap will be equals to 3k cap. On this side we are first collecting the terms of I cap. 3I cap minus 4I cap will be minus I cap. Then collect the terms of j cap. J cap plus 5j cap will be equals to 6j cap. Lastly collect the terms of k cap. 4k cap minus 3k cap will be equals to k cap plus C bar, keep it as it is. So this implies that C bar will be equals to, now all these terms take by using transformation, collect all these terms on this side. So on this side what is the first term? Minus 3i plus 6j plus 3k cap. Now minus I cap on this side will become plus I cap, plus minus 6j cap plus 6j on this side will become minus 6j cap, and plus k cap on this side will become minus k cap. So remaining term on this side is what? C bar. So this implies that C bar will be equals to, now collect the terms of I cap, minus 3I plus I will be equals to minus 2I cap, 6j and minus 6j will get cancelled, so we can say that 0j cap, and lastly 3k cap minus k cap will be equals to plus 2k cap. In this way we have got the position vector of which point C. So therefore we can say that coordinate of vertex C R. So what is the x coordinate here? X coordinate means coefficient of I cap, that is minus 2. Y coordinate is 0 because coefficient of j cap is 0, and z coordinate is coefficient of k cap, that is 2. In this way we have got the coordinate of the vertex C, and that is the value which we have to find out. Find the coordinate of third vertex C. So well, now let us try to solve the next example, example number 10. In this example, it is given to us that E is the midpoint of side OB. Already here we are, in this case, triangle is what? Triangle OAB. Triangle OAB. So E is the midpoint of OB. So here take B and here take A. Okay. Now observe the given condition. In this case, one triangle is given to us, triangle OAB, and E is the midpoint of side OB. And again, D is the point on AB. Here we have taken D is a point on AB such that this ratio of AD and DB, ratio of AD and DB is how much? 2:1. These are the given condition. If OD and AE intersect at point P, so it is given to us that this OD and AE intersect at point P, then determine the ratio OP is to PD. Means we have to determine this ratio OP is to PD. Getting it? Let us denote this ratio say by lambda is to 1. Lambda is to 1 means we have denoted this ratio by what? Lambda. Means in this case our aim is to find out value of lambda. And using which method? Vector method. So this example is very similar to the example number 6. In 6th example also we have seen how to find out ratio. I think one ratio we have denoted by lambda is to 1 and another ratio we have denoted by mu is to 1. And at that time we have got 3 equations. Making proper utilize of equation, we have seen how to find out lambda and mu. Same method here we are applying. Now first, since we are using vector method, so define the position vector of all these points. So let O bar, A bar, B bar, D bar, E bar, P bar, D bar, E bar and P bar be the position vectors of points O, A, B, D, E and P respectively. Well, once the position vector is position vectors are defined, then use the given condition. What is first given condition? E is the midpoint of OB. So E is midpoint of OB. E is midpoint of OB. And since E is the midpoint of OB, so we are able to apply midpoint formula. So therefore by midpoint formula, what we will get? E bar is equals to O bar plus B bar upon 2. O bar plus B bar upon 2. So well, this result we have got applying midpoint formula. Value of E bar is known to us. Now second given condition, that D divides AB in which ratio? 2:1. So point D divides which segment? AB in the ratio 2:1. So therefore by section formula, let us see what we will get. Value of D bar will be equals to. So let us try to find out value of D bar. 2B bar plus 1A bar upon 2 plus 1. 2B bar plus 1 into A bar will be equals to what? A bar upon 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 is what? 3. In this way we have got the value of D bar also. Once the value of E bar and D bar is known to us, now we are trying to find out that P divides OD in which ratio. So now we are supposing that P divides OD in the ratio lambda is to 1 and AE in the ratio mu is to 1. So let P divides OD in the ratio, in which ratio lambda is to 1, and it divides AE and divides AE in the ratio what? Mu is to 1. Mu is to 1. This is our supposition. So now here ratios we have defined. So we are able to apply section formula. So therefore by section formula, see what we will get here. So first we are finding value of P bar if it divides OD in the ratio lambda is to 1. So what we will get then? 1 into O bar will be equals to O bar plus lambda into D bar will be equals to lambda D bar divided by 1 plus lambda. This result we have got applying what? Section formula. In the same way, again what is our supposition? That point P divides AE in which ratio mu is to 1. So here also we are able to apply section formula, and according to section formula, 1 into A bar will be equals to A bar plus mu into E bar will be equals to mu E bar upon 1 plus mu. Now, in this case, if you observe both the expression, check whether their left hand sides are equal. If left hand sides are equal, means we can say that these right hand sides are also equal, means which implies that O bar plus lambda D bar divided by 1 plus lambda is equals to here A bar plus mu E bar upon 1 plus mu. Since here left hand sides are equal, that's why we are saying that these right hand sides are also what? Equal. Now we are substituting the value of D bar here and E bar. Already the value of D bar and E bar are known to us. Just simply we are substituting these values. Let us see what we will get if we are substituting these values. So this implies that 1 upon lambda we are taking it on one side. So 1 upon 1 plus lambda, take it on one side. Now O bar keep it as it is. O bar plus lambda also as it is. Just we are substituting the value of D bar. This is the value of D bar, 2B bar plus A bar upon 3. So 2B bar plus A bar upon 3. On this side, take this denominator on one side. What is denominator? 1 upon 1 plus mu. So now remaining terms are A bar keep it as it is, A bar as it is, this mu also as it is. Now simply we are replacing E bar by its value. What is the value of E bar? O bar plus B bar upon 2. So replace this mu by O bar plus B bar upon 2. Now we have just substitute the values. Now we are simplifying this expression. Let us simplify it. Now first here observe how many vectors are there? 3 vectors. O bar, A bar, B bar. First we are writing O bar, then we are writing A bar, and then we are writing what? B bar. What is coefficient of O bar here? 1 upon 1 plus lambda, means O bar into 1 upon 1 plus lambda will be equals to O bar upon 1 plus lambda. Okay. So now then write down the term of B bar. Here it's term of A bar. Here coefficient of A bar is lambda into A bar, means lambda A bar upon 3 into 1 upon 1 plus lambda, means what we will get? Lambda A bar upon, in the denominator this lambda into A bar is lambda A bar, and 3 into 1 plus lambda. Lastly, write down the term of B bar. Observe here term of B bar. Here its coefficient is 2 lambda upon 3 into 1 upon 1 plus lambda, means what we will get? 2 lambda B bar, and in the denominator 3 is there, and even in the denominator 1 plus lambda is also there. So which is equals to, now since on the left hand side first we have written the term of O bar, then A bar, then B bar. So on the right hand side also first collect the term, means first write down the term of O bar, then A bar, then B bar. So how many terms of O bar are there? Here it is one term of O bar. Here its coefficient is mu into O bar is mu O bar upon 2, and even in the denominator 1 plus lambda is also there. So mu O bar upon 2 into 2 into 1 plus mu. Okay, then collect the terms of a bar. Only one term of a bar is there, a bar upon 1 plus mu. So here we will get a bar into 1 will be a bar upon 1 plus mu. Lastly, write down the term of b bar. So this is the b term of b bar. Mu into b bar will be mu b bar upon 2, and 2 into 1 plus mu will be 2 into 1 plus mu. So mu b bar upon 2 into 1 plus mu. So hope you have got it. Just on the left hand side, first we have written the term of O bar, A bar, B bar. In the same way, on the right hand side also, first we have written the term of O bar, A bar and B bar. Means we can say that both the sides are nothing but linear combination of three vectors. Which three vector? O bar, A bar, B bar. And this is also the linear combination of O bar, A bar, B bar. But what we can observe here, these linear combinations are what? Equal. And we know that if two linear combinations are equal, means coefficient of O bar, A bar and B bar on both sides are equal. So comparing both sides, we get, let us see what we will get if comparing both sides. If we are comparing the coefficient of O bar, see what we will get here. Here its coefficient is 1 upon 1 plus lambda. And on this side, coefficient of O bar is mu upon 2 into 1 plus mu. Let us denote this by equation number first. This equation we have what? Simply comparing coefficient of O bar on both sides. Now we are comparing coefficient of A bar. Here coefficient of A bar is what? Lambda upon 3 into 1 plus lambda is equals to, and here coefficient of A bar is 1 upon 1 plus mu. Let us denote it by equation number 2. And now comparing coefficient of B bar, we will get the third equation. So what we will get here? So 2 lambda upon 3 into 1 plus lambda is equals to, and here coefficient of B bar is what? Mu upon 2 into 1 plus mu. Let us denote this new equation by equation number 3. So how many equations we have got here? First, second and third. So now we are making the use of these three equations to find out value of what? Lambda here. Because our question is to find out which ratio OP upon OP is to PD. And this ratio we have denoted by what? Lambda is to 1. Lambda is to 1 means what? Lambda. We have simply denoted this ratio by lambda. Means we have to solve these three equations in such a way that we should have to get the value of what? Lambda. So now three equations are there. We will use any two equations. Those two equations in which mu will get cancelled, isn't it? Because our aim is to find out value of lambda. Now to cancel mu, if you observe equation first and what? Third. If we are taking their division, check whether these right hand sides are exactly same. Yes, if we are taking division, so these terms of mu will get what? Cancelled, and we are able to find out value of what? Lambda. So I am dividing to equation number 3 by equation number first. Let us see what we will get here. So divide equation 3 by equation first, we get. So see, let us see what we will get. Division of this left hand side will be equals to 1. Sorry, division of this right hand side will be equals to 1. Exactly same terms are there. That's why we can say that this division will be equals to 1. Now observe the left hand side very carefully. So if we are taking this division, so 1 upon 1 plus lambda, and here also 1 upon 1 plus lambda will get what? Cancel. We are dividing to equation 3 by what? First. After cancelling 1 upon 1 plus lambda, here remaining term is 2 lambda upon 3. So 2 lambda upon 3, which implies that lambda is equal to 3 by 2. 3 will get multiplied, 2 will get divided. 3 by 2. So in this way we have got our required ratio. What is lambda? Lambda is nothing but ratio of what? OP and PD. So this implies that OP is to PD will be equals to 3 is to 2. In this way we have got our required ratio. So in this example only the part is to find out value of what? Lambda. and lambda means OP upon OP is to PD. So this ratio will be equals to 3:2. So see, in the next video we will discuss last two example from this exercise.